So I'm just going to start. And if I see someone joining, I might repeat myself a little bit. But I wanted to go on this live because last evening, actually, I've been on a live with Sarah Faye, and I've listened to some very interesting things about Substack, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I know you're all creating your own subscription, and I think it's super relevant. So I took some notes, and I'm going to share them with you. So I'm pretty sure she's not going to share the recording of that live, or if she does, it's only for her paid subscribers. Do ask questions in the chat if you have any, and I'll try to answer as best I know. And yeah, so one of the things that I heard from her for the very first time, I don't know if it's something floating out there on Substack and I haven't seen it, but the algorithm in Substack has changed. If before there was a crazy amount of growth, that has basically stopped since late spring. So yeah, the bubble has burst in terms of growth on Substack. You're not going to see such an explosive growth. It's going to be really, really unlikely that someone gets 20,000 subscribers from one note. We know that actually happened. But apparently the algorithm has changed. Hi, Philip. Ask questions in the chat if you have any. I'm doing this mostly to record it and share it with everyone on Me Time. But if you have questions about what I'm talking about, just shoot. Yeah, I was saying I was on a live with Sarah Faye yesterday. I mean, I was listening to what she was saying. She's one of the biggest people on this platform. She writes, she teaches others how to do it, and she has relationships within Substack and knows a lot of things before we do. And she basically said that the algorithm changed, that there was the algorithm before was making it way too easy for people to grow, like stupidly easy, and one note would allow you to get 20,000 subscribers. So that's no longer going to happen. Back to normal, resets to normal rhythm. I guess that's sad for the ones that were experimenting a huge amount of growth. I don't see a huge difference. And that's what Sarah said, that for, the beginners, the people that don't have, thousands and thousands of subscribers, you're not going to really, really super feel it. So yeah, that's what she said. Algorithm changed. The bubble burst, the growth will be slower. And what the founders of Substack mentioned on another live that I think I saw a recording of that live. Basically, they said that they want Substack to be focused on relationships, on actually building relationships, and not kind of just fishing in the notes pond in order to grow. So that's no longer that big of a part of how you're going to grow on Substack. So the algorithm changed and the growth is going to slow down. A lot of people have seen it, and a lot of people were pinning it on summer, including me. I was like, people are on vacation. Nobody wants to read anything, even though I read more on vacation than when I'm working. But anywho, that was my theory. That's not the case. They have confirmed that the algorithm changed. Another thing that changed is the onboarding of new subscribers. So if before you had a list of Substacks that you recommended, and basically the onboarding flow would suggest the new person to subscribe to all those recommendations, but maybe you have 70. Now Substack will select the most relevant for that person to also three most relevant other Substacks from the creator that they're subscribing to. So even if your list has 70 people, 70 subscriptions that you're recommending, Substack will only show your new subscribers 3. And if I remember correctly from Sarah Faye's live yesterday, She said the way they select it is one, by the interest shown by the person subscribing, and two, by how relevant you are, how big you are as a creator yourself. So that I thought was quite interesting. And in a way, a big relief, because I didn't want to recommend too many publications on my Substack, because I thought that that would make it really unlikely for people to want to subscribe to the other publications. If I had 70, nobody's going to be like, yes, subscribe me to 100 publications. But now that I know Substack is just selecting the most relevant for that person, I feel much more comfortable in recommending as many of my subscribers or people that I follow and I admire from Substack, and then the algorithm will do its magic. Please ask questions if you have any in the chat. I'll try to answer. So another thing from Sarah Faye's live yesterday, and the reason why I'm sharing this summary here, because I took some notes and because I'm pretty sure she's not going to share a recording of it. And if she does, it's going to be for paid subscribers. So I figured, why not share it with the world, and then the recording with my subscribers. If you're not subscribed to MeTime, feel free to join us. It's all about creating a business out of our Substack. I'm not trying to sell you how to grow and what to do about it. It's more about finding our way together. We do sessions together where we sit down and we work on our homepage, or we work on our onboarding flow, and I gather some information from other very famous people that are putting out a lot of advice, and basically we do a list of what we're going to work on. Anyways, about the Sarah Faye live yesterday, there was another thing that was really interesting. Substack does what they call subscriber purging. And what is that, right? So basically, if they see that your publication has a lot of inactive subscribers, they will reach out to you and remove subscribers from you. The reason why this happens is because it affects Substack's ability to, as an email or like as a newsletter provider, somehow it gets affected. I didn't understand how or why, what it has to do with Substack, but they go in to your publication if you have, 90% of your subscribers are inactive, and they purge that list and let you keep only the ones that are actually reading you. And I'm mentioning this also because that was my question yesterday that I asked to Anna Kalin, another huge person on this platform. She has 50,000 subscribers. She's teaching you how to monetize your newsletter. She's amazing. And she was like, yeah, you need to make sure that you have enough active subscribers, because that can influence how you're seen by platforms. They might consider your email being spam, and then nobody's going to see your emails anymore. So you need to kind of find that balance. But I'm relieved to see that also Substack is doing something. And the reason why I say that is, okay, I don't even know if I should say this, but I'm going to say it. You can have 1,000 subscribers by tomorrow. And the way you do that is you just type in random emails until your subscriber count has that amount. The problem with doing this is your open rate will be terrible. You're not going to have real subscribers. It's going to be this kind of fake thing. If you don't have turned on confirm your subscriptions, you can just put emails that look like an email to have like a bunch of subscribers. But Substack will see that and they'll knock at your virtual door and remove them, because that's not fair. But technically, you can do that. Another thing I noticed was that there was a Substack that you can actually turn on, I think from privacy, that your Substack is not visible unless people are invited to it. I think that's super cool. Another one is that you can turn it on so people need to confirm via email, press on a button. I really want to subscribe. I wanted to subscribe to someone mentioned in yesterday's live, And then in the morning, I couldn't remember what she did or why I would subscribe again. And I said, okay, I don't need more newsletters. So I swiped the email away. And then I immediately got a welcome to the subscription of this lady. And I'm like, wait, I didn't press anything. So Substack is still, being built as they drive the plane, as they navigate the ship or something like that. Things are still not working really well. And that's something from the background, that there's this purging of subscribers. So if you kind of try to cheat and add a bunch of subscribers just by just typing random stuff in, you're going to be flagged. Another thing is I uploaded a list of my subscribers from LinkedIn into Substack. And when I did that, there was a notification because there were 100 of them, and it was kind of flagged or paused until someone at Substack would look at the list and verify that it's okay to add it. So you can add subscribers from other email lists that you have, but they're going to look at it. So you need to play by the games and do it fairly. Another thing that Sarah Faye was talking about was that she mentioned ads are coming to the platform. And by ads, what she means is sponsorships. And we all know, having read one or two newsletters from the bigger creators, that sponsorships already exist. So why is Substack bringing sponsorships officially? It's because they make a cut of the revenue that they see, that they help create. So if they add the sponsorship functionality within the platform, they make more money. Makes total sense, right? Am I supposed to be this candid on a live? I don't know. Will I get in trouble? I mean, everyone knows this. I'm a lawyer. Maybe some things are more obvious to me working in IT for many, many years. But anywho, another thing that I saw on a different live with Hamish and Chris Best, Hamish Mick something, the founders of Substack, and Chris Best, was that I don't remember who said it, but one of the founders was asked, who do you think your competitors will be now that you're growing and you're developing? And what Chris said, I think it was Chris, apparently. So what Chris said was that he sees YouTube as the next kind of competitor they want to go up against, which means double up on your video content, because that part of Substack is what they think should really, really grow. What else? I think I've touched on everything. I can end with another thing I remember from the live with Substack creators. The last question was basically, what do you recommend for Substackers to do and grow on Substack? And I'll say their answer, and then I'll tell you why I think they said that, or he said that. So he said that in order to grow on Substack, you should spread the word, bring subscribers not only from notes from inside the Substack universe, but also from outside. Share public things you publish here on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on Instagram, bring people in. And now I think you probably understand why he would say that, because Substack wants more and more people to join the platform. If they're trying to compete with YouTube, and YouTube is huge, what do they need? They need people. So if your subscribers come from outside of Substack, that means they're going to be new creators, new readers, new people putting money into the economy, subscribing to 1 or 2 or 700 publications and maybe paying for a couple. So with this being said, I'm going to do a quick recap because I see some new people. I promise to share this recording for the subscribers of Legally Speaking or Me Time, either or. So subscribe to get the recording if you joined late. Basically, what I said is that the algorithm changed and it's confirmed by Substack. So the growth that many people have experienced as extremely rapid is going to slow down. That Substack purges your newsletter if you have a huge amount of inactive accounts, subscribers. So the subscribers that don't read your newsletter or even don't really have a real account on Substack. And then they're coming in with an official way to do sponsorships that hopefully will help also the creators grow more. And just to end on a positive note, what Substack's founders seem to echo through the few videos that I watched of them is that they still want to keep at the core creators as independent solopreneurs, publishers creating their own little universe here on Substack. They're focusing a lot more on us creating genuine community and human connection. And that's the path to grow is, show your uniqueness, your skills, and how you can really help people. And then you will grow. It might not be as crazy, stupid fast as it has been in the past 8 months or a year, but it will happen. So with this being said, I'm going to wish you a good day or a good evening. I'm in Copenhagen, so it's finally dark here. It's 10 p.m. It gets dark at around 9:30 now, and in the summer, even later, early summer, June, even later, it's still kind of sunny and nice. Anyhow, thank you for listening. Subscribe to get a recording of this if you've joined kind of halfway. And then you can ask questions in the chat about this live. Have a great evening. Bye.